Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Spiritual Guidance Radio. I'm your host, Catharine, and for those who are new to me, I'm a healer as well as a teacher and coach, and I want to thank you for joining me tonight as we are ending this week, and we're just beginning September. So if you have been, if you listened last week, we did kind of talk about what to expect when it comes to this month's energy. But before I take any calls today, I'm going to just kind of talk about what is going on right now, because a lot of you may be feeling this something going on and you may feel it in the energy, and so it has a slower feel. So September is going to be a slower energetic month, so it won't be moving as fast. But it's also, this week you may have started to feel like something is coming and something's happening. And so you may feel this heavier energy, especially this towards this end of this week. You may have started to feel this heavier energy. And what this is we are right now we're getting ready for a huge shift that is waiting to happen very soon. And so right now it's just kind of like the start of it. But it's going to be important for each and every one of us to really be able to release those things that are coming in that are from our past that we need to heal, that we really need to release. So I know we just recently did a full moon release, but as we're now into September and getting ready for this last quarter of the year, there's a lot that's still going to happen, a lot of powerful things just waiting for us. And so right now it's the start of the shift that's going to be happening. So if you're feeling a little bit heavy today, if you're feeling this, it's like a pull, like a lower energy pull. It's meant for us to really release and really be able to just see what it is that we need to look at in order for us to move into this new energy that is this month for the rest of this year. So if you are feeling into this energy, I want to encourage you to join me for this meditation that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be a little bit different from my normal meditations. We're just going to go a little bit deeper when it comes to today's meditation. It's going to be a little longer, so just be prepared. Find a space that where you are comfortable at, so that we can really just dive in and just get into this meditation and really help to release and let go. Also, there's a lot of people hurting right now. This week, if you are watching the news, if you have been just kind of seeing what's going on, there's a lot of people hurting, that we may not even know are hurting because they have this mask and they're covering it up so that, they may seem happy or they may seem like everything's okay, but they are hurting. So we're going to be also sending out that energy of love and light that each of us has. So if you are able to, I want to encourage you to sit comfortably somewhere. And then we're going to close our eyes And we're going to take a few deep breaths. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's just let go of all the old energy. Then we're going to place our hands on our hearts so that we can just get our mind to our heart space. And as we do this, to keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, just release all of that old energy from this past week. And as you're in your heart space, to create that atmosphere that is peaceful for you, that is calming for you. So to place those elements in nature that really help you to be in that space of stillness. So whether it is placing a body of water or any plants or trees or any animals that come to mind. And any other element in nature that really helps you to be in that zone. And as we keep placing those elements in nature, as we really just find that peacefulness and that stillness, we're going to then place an open door in our heart space so that we can invite our angels and guides, as well as our archangels, to come join us. So we have Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Raziel, and Archangels Uriel and Sandalphon. And they are going to be right around our energy in our heart space. And as they do, they're going to be sending you their energy of love and light. And then this energy that they send, it's going to be the swirling of energy around us, really embracing us, encasing us in this energy. Let's breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth. And as this energy swirls around us, we're going to help open up our chakras. And as each and every one of our chakras opens up, there's going to be this light in the center of each of those chakras that are going to expand and fill your body and also expand outside of your body and right around you. And as this light expands and as our chakra energy expands, the archangels and your angels and guides are going to support your energy and help draw out all of the old energy that's within you, that's within your heart, that's within all of your chakras. And as it gets drawn out, it's going to be lifted up in this cloud of energy. And also what the archangels want us to do, what and as the divine wants us to do, is as it comes to your mind, all of those things that need to be released, to give it to them. So we're going to imagine, we're going to visualize the archangels being right in front of you. And what we're going to do is take that energy, whether it be releasing control, releasing some angers, whether it's blame for that we have on others, angers on others that we need to really let go of and forgive. We're just going to pull those out, draw them out, and hand them over to the divine, because that is something we don't need. So we're going to do this energetic giving up of all of those things that are no longer needed from us. So any of those things that come into your mind, any of those things that have stressed you out this week, those things that are not aligned to you anymore, we're giving that up to the divine. And we're just going to pull it out of us and hand that over. So as we do this, as you just pull it out of your energy and hand them over, you need to take notice of what your energy feels like. So to breathe in that energy of just being, and then breathing out those things that you don't need as you give it up. And take note of how that feels, and then what it is that divine is trying to show you, what it is that you need to see, what it is that you need to do. And to take notice of how you feel. So we are giving that energy, that old energy of ours up, that we no longer need. And then what they're going to do is take that energy and they're going to transform it into love and light. It's going to be this orb of energy that they transform it into. And this is what they're going to be placing in you. So to just be able to see that they're putting that back inside of your body while your chakra energy is still open. I want you to take a few deep breaths into your nose, out through your mouth, as we get this new energy that comes in. And with this new energy that has just been placed in us, we are going to send that light out into the world. So it's going to go in through our heart, and it's going to come out through our crown chakra, as well as our hands and our feet. So some of us may feel some warmth in your hands, some warmth in your feet, and maybe some warmth on your head, where your crown chakra is. And we are going to visualize, we're going to really send out this energy of love and light out into the world. So just envision this light that comes out of your hands, that comes out of through your crown chakra as well as your feet, and see where it is that leads you to send that energy. So just kind of be aware of your thoughts as you send this energy of love and light to others that may be around in your community, that may be sent to those that you know, to your families, to your friends, to those who are really needing it at this time. Anything that really comes in, jumps out at you right now is where you're supposed to send that energy to. So don't worry too much about how it's sent, but just listening to your intuition, listening to your heart, to really just send that out into the universe, send that out into the world so that it gets to where it is needed from us. So as we do this, let's keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And know that that love and light that's coming from and through you is being sent out to those who really need it, including yourself. When we do this work of sending out love and light, it also comes back to us as well. So the archangels, our angels and guides are going to continue to support our energy. We'll continue to raise our vibration. And as I take some calls and as I do some talking, if you are still being led to send this love and light energy out, to continue to do that. And as we close out this meditation, the archangels are going to help bring back our chakra energy and realign back into our bodies. And then from our root chakra, they're going to help ground our energy. So from our root chakra all the way down to the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright white and gold light that goes all the way down. And then this green and blue and pink light comes all back up through to our feet, filling up our bodies as it goes up. Just filling each and every part of our bodies. Then as this light comes out of us, out of our crown chakra, source energy is going to come through from above through your crown chakra all the way down to your feet, and it's going to come back up to your crown chakra and make this loop to help cleanse your body, as well as to continue to help support your energy as you keep sending this love and light out into this world. And as this energy loops, we're then going to be protected by the archangel's energy of love and light to support continue to support our energy, to continue to help protect our energy. Let's keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then when you are ready, you can open up your eyes and bring back awareness into your body. And welcome back. So if you are feeling that you need to continue to send this energy of love and light out, and please continue to do that. And also, if I'm taking your call and you're still wanting to do that, just know that that energy is, set that intention that you want to continue to send out that energy of love and light to others, and it will continuously do that as we talk, as we are just here listening to what it is that the messages are for us. So, you may, and so we did this meditation that's a little bit different from what we normally do because of what it is that's coming in when it comes to this universal energy. And there's a shift that is happening at this point. So we are doing this so that we can really support each other and to be there united, and just also to help us to release those things that we no longer need. Also, when it comes to this weekend's energy and what's coming in for next week is we do have a new moon that's coming in. I believe it's on Monday. And, just like every new moon, it's another chance for us to really set those intentions of what it is that we want to come into fruition into our lives, and those goals that we want to achieve, and that purpose that we want to step into. So it's another chance for us to really be able to say and let the divine and the universe know what it is that we truly want, and to be very specific. So, this morning I was doing some channeling, and the archangels were reminding me that this is another chance for us is to really get specific on those intentions that we want to set, not just for our own intentions, but universally as well. If you are feeling called to set that intention for the whole world, if you are being called to really, help more than just your families and your community, but in a bigger way, to set those intentions, don't be afraid to do that. And they're listening. They're always supporting you, and they're listening. So, set those intentions that you feel called to really set. So, and then, when it comes to this coming week's energy as well, along with setting those intentions, and you could call on Archangel Ariel as well as your guardian angels and guides to help you set those intentions. There is going to be this energy of this shift that you're going to see even within your own life. So right now, if you have been feeling a little bit foggy, if you've been feeling as if you're not quite sure what those next steps are, you're not alone in that. This is kind of the energy that we've been in this week, and it may have really culminated this today. Not being sure of what it is that next step is, but it is because there is this shift that's coming, and so it's starting slowly. And a lot of times when we are ready to up level, when we're ready to be on a new level, we do tend to get this a little bit of fogginess before it clears. And so then it's important for us to really, just like we did with the meditation, to let go and release those things that are not aligned to us. And so whether it may be any insecurities, any angers that you may feel, and to really see, like, and when we call on the archangels, they can help you really be able to know what it is that you need to release and see, so that you can release it, so that you can give that up. Whether it is control, whether it is expectations that you may have that didn't quite go the way that you expected it to really just be able to give that up and to know that you are always supported, when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to those things that you want to achieve. The divine and the universe knows what it is that you want, especially when we set those clear intentions. And then they're going to help you with those next steps, those baby steps, on what it is that you need to do in order to really be able to achieve that. But first, we need to really release and let go of those things that are not aligned to us, so that we can clear that fog and be able to hear and listen to what it is that they're showing us. So if you're listening, and if you need a little bit of guidance, or if you just need to talk to someone and just do some venting, or if you are just needing to talk through some things that you're going through, please be sure to give me a call today at 714-816-4628. Don't forget to press 1 on that keypad if you'd like to be live on air with me. Also, if you're not comfortable with speaking on the air with me today, that's okay. You can always reach me on Facebook as well. So facebook.com/Spiritual Guidance Radio. So you go there and you just message me, and I will message back, and we can definitely talk about what it is that you're going through. So if you're listening today, you'd like to talk about what it is that's going on with you, just need some guidance, just need some messages from the divine, please be sure to give me a call right now. So let's go ahead and take our first caller. We have area code 269. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Pam. Hi, and I'm calling from Michigan.
Hi, Pam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So how can I help you today?
Well, I'm in the middle of a bunch of change. So I was kind of relating to what you were talking about. Although, I consider myself lucky compared to what some people are going through. But, yeah, I'm at a crossroads, and there's some loss, but I'm trying to look forward. And I'm just wondering if you're picking up anything.
Yeah, so I have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel, as well as Archangel Jophiel and Archangel Samuel are kind of stepping back a little bit. But Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel really want to... Oh, sorry, I'm hearing a lot of feedback in the back, or a lot of background noise.
Oh, yeah, my air conditioning just went on. Do you want me to turn it off?
If you could just turn it down a little bit, that might be
It's like a freight train going through the house. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I mean, it startles people when they come to visit. It's like, what's that?
So
okay,
I have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel are really stepping forward for you because they first want you to know that you are guided, you are always supported. So they're always looking after you. So they first want you to know that and be aware of that. They're always guiding you. They're always supporting you. Now, when it comes to everything else, yes. So now when it comes to everything else, know that, when it comes to other people in your family and when it comes to your friends, everything is going to be okay. It may seem chaotic at this moment right now, but like I had mentioned, there is this shift coming. So are you feeling like you're in like a holding pattern?
Oh, my God, yes. I have I was let go from a very toxic work environment, and I wasn't given a reason. It was very hinky. I mean, there really wasn't a reason. My job performance was never in question. And it's creepy, and there's all kinds of stuff surrounding it, but I feel like I lost my best friend because she's still there. And she's just really barely in touch with me, and I don't know if I just feel like I lost her. I can't imagine that I have, but I think she's under a lot of pressure I don't know. We have there's a crazy person who was our boss, and I think he's threatened her job.
Mhm.
So there's that, and then there's just moving forward. I feel like that job is holding me back somehow.
Know that you have to really trust in your intuition, because you're correct on a lot of things. So, trust in your gut, even though it may seem a little bit foggy right now. Know that your intuition is right on point. So there's that. And then also, when it comes to the whole job situation and your old boss, know that because of the healing that you've been doing, the empowerment work that you've been doing recently, that's causing the shift. So things are falling away that need to go away. And that's what happens when we grow. When we do some transformations, and we really are able to find our own power and bring it back to us, those things that are not meant for us fall away. So that's what's happening right now. So there's this shift going on with you, along with this collective shift that's going on. And so know that there's great things happening, okay? Right now it may not seem like it, but there's a lot of good things that's on the way. So let it fall away. Now, leave it be. Let it flow out so that you can prepare for what's to come in. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, but am I going to lose my best friend in all of this? I mean, I want us to somehow come out of this okay.
Know that she's also going through her own things. Just like you had mentioned, you are correct on that. She has her own things that she needs to be able to deal with herself, and she is doing her own growth as well. So she's trying to figure herself out and just be able to just kind of put everything together and understand what it is that she needs to let go of as well. But know that you both can still be those friends. It's just you have to give her that time. And then you have to also focus on you, continue to do that work of growth and transformation, because, a lot of great things are happening for you. So don't stop that flow of abundance that's, coming through. But, just let everything be right now. Just let everything flow as it is. Don't try to push into this energy. And everything will work out the way that it should.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not used to I'm not used to inactivity. It's not like it's driving me crazy because I'm trying to relish it, because how often do you get like time off? But at the same time, it's a little scary,
Yeah. And, it's our human nature to be impatient and wanting, things to happen right away. I totally understand. I'm also in this waiting mode as well, myself, which I do not like too much. But
it's like a blessing and a curse, right?
Yes, exactly. But it's just right now they're telling us, okay, it's important for you to get some rest at this time. That's why this month, this whole month, is going to be a little bit slower when it comes to the energy. It's not going to move as fast. But they're preparing us for next month and the months ahead until we're into next year. So, and it's going to move fast. So they're preparing us. They're saying, okay, it's time to rest. Just let things flow, and take this time, this opportunity to do those things that you love to do, to get your focus and your mind off of all this other stuff. Okay?
Yeah. So it's not just me then. It sounds like... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to reiterate about something you said earlier.
Yes, so it isn't just you. A lot of us are going through that right now. But it's also, they want you to, Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Jophiel really want you to focus on what it is that you love to do at this point. So right now, as we're in this waiting mode, to do those things that you truly enjoy. Okay, and it may be hard to think of what that is at the beginning, but do some journaling on that. See what it is that you used to love to do that you should go back to. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great. And it's also
wonderful. And
it's also good. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. Go ahead, please.
Oh no, that's okay. So it's also what?
It's good to know that I'm not the only one. I'm back at that again. Misery loves company, I guess.
In a way, we have those, and that's why we have our tribes and, things
that's
like
right.
that. Because
you don't feel so all alone.
Yes, exactly. And, it's great that you're sharing this and you called in because, yes, there's a lot of other people who are going through similar things as well. So they need to hear this too. And so, be a little bit patient. I know it's not easy, but, usually when we do those things that we love to do, when we, raise our vibrations, whether it's through dancing, it's through singing, or it's through painting, or anything else that's creative that you love to do, time tends to go by faster, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Were you going to ask me something before I interrupted you? I thought you were saying what is...
I think it was the whole what it is that you really love to do. So to really focus on that, and to just, keep at that for a while. And then you'll start to get the aha moment, that clarity that's meant for you. So, do that journaling. Also, be sure to set those clear intentions on what it is that you want to see out of this month and for the rest of this year. And, to just make that clear, tell the universe, tell God, tell the divine what it is that you truly want. And don't be afraid to really dream big. Don't let the ego step in and say, you can't do this because of this and that. That's ego. And those are limiting beliefs that, a lot of times stand in our way from being able to really do those things that we are meant to do. Okay? So focus on that. It's not going to be easy to, be in this waiting pattern, and it's going to be a few weeks. So just so that you're aware.
Okay.
But know that things are going to start moving faster, especially as we enter October. And I know it seems like it's kind of far away because we're just at the beginning of this month. But it'll go by fast. You just have to keep yourself busy with those things that you love to do. And everything else will start to really come into place. So, doing some journaling, doing some meditating, doing those things that you love to do, spending time with those people that you love, And as you do that, you're going to really start to see those aha moments of what it is that your next steps are, and to really be able to move into what it is that's meant for you. And there's a lot of great things that are going to happen for you towards the end of this year. So we are, we're in September, going into October. So we are at the end of this year already. So there's a lot of great things happening for you. So keep doing that growth, really standing in your power and bringing that power back to you as you, continue to work with the healing work that you've been doing. And yeah, you're going to really soon be able to start seeing those shifts.
Good.
Okay?
Good. Yes, thank you for your time and your help. I really appreciate it.
You are very welcome. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
I hope you do too. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Take
All
care.
right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 860. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, thank you so much. My name is Lisa. I'm calling from Connecticut.
Hi, Lisa. How are you today?
I'm okay, thank you. Life has been a struggle, and I'm wondering if there's something I'm not doing that is causing this.
Okay. So right now I'm feeling a lot of things in your heart chakra. And also Archangel Raphael is connected with that, as well as Archangel Ariel and Archangel Samuel. So they're all stepping forward for you. And Archangel Raphael is first showing me and to let you know that you are always loved and supported and cherished. Okay? Know that you are so important, and what it is that you're meant to do is so important. Okay? So to know that I'm about to go into tears, I'm not sure quite why. It's probably because of all those things that you're going through and you've been through. And it's really like what I feel is this crowding around my heart chakra. There's just a lot of old energy there for you. So what I would encourage you to do is do some journaling, and you're going to dump out all of that old energy onto that paper. So anything that's coming in for you that has been bothering you, that's been worrying you, that has just been on your heart recently, those things that have been on your mind, to dump it all out on paper. And it's a lot, yes. But it's going to be really important for you to do that. And when we do that work on just writing on everything that has been really just there, all those things that you've been thinking about, all those things that have been on your heart, you're helping clear out that energy so that you can make room for new energy to come in. So those messages and the next steps for you. Does that make sense?
Yes. What am I meant to do that's important, though? I don't feel like there's anything for me.
There's so much for you. There's right now, what I see for you is because there's so much on your heart that you've been through and everything that you've gone through and going through right now, it's hard to see. But once you clear that out, once you write it all down, just write, as it comes in, just start writing. It doesn't have to make sense, but just start writing what it is that you feel, what it is that is on your mind, and you're going to just do this brain dump. Okay, so you're just going to write it all out. It may take a few times to do that, but as you do, you're going to start feeling much better. Like physically, you're going to start feeling better. So you're going to feel like this weight is off your shoulders. That phrase, it's there for a reason, because we have so much on our hearts, so much we're just keeping bottled up inside, that it's weighing us down. And so it's going to be important for you to write it all down. Just as it comes out, just write it. And then I want to encourage you to call on Archangel Raphael because he'll help you through this process. Also, Archangel Gabriel, he is an archangel who comes in to help us with communication. So when we write, that's a way of communicating. So, they'll both help you with this. And as you do this work, and this is part of the healing work that's meant for you as well. And as you do this releasing and as you do this work, you're going to start really being able to come through your mind these aha moments and piece together what it is that has been really holding you back when it comes to limiting beliefs and why you don't think there's anything meant for you. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So, I want to encourage you to do this work. Also, feel free to message me as well if you need help through this. So you can go to facebook.com/spiritual guidance radio, and you can message me there after the show if you need more help with the journaling process. And I'll help you through some of the prompts that you should ask yourself to help you through this process. But this is just the beginning. And I want you to know that what they're showing me, especially when it comes to Archangel Chamuel, Archangel Jophiel as well, is that there's so much there for you. And right now they're kind of pouring on all those things that are meant for you, but they want you to really be able to see that. But what's blocking you right now is all those things that all the old energy that's there, that's been holding you back, that has been bothering you, all those things that that's bottled up inside of you is blocking you away from being able to see what it is that you're meant to do. And you have so much that they're going to show you once you do this healing work. Okay?
Okay, thank you. God bless you so much. Thank you.
All right. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to our next caller, area code 917. Hello, caller. What is your name or where are you calling from?
Hey, my name is Stacy, and I'm calling from New York City. How are you today?
I'm great. How about you, Stacy?
Not bad at all.
So how can I help you today?
Yeah, just wanted to see if there were any messages for me. If not, I can ask a specific question.
You can ask a specific question. That's fine.
Okay. So I guess my question is this. During job interviews, sometimes I get anxiety. So my question is, how do I control the anxiety?
Okay. So a lot of times when it comes to anxiety, that happens because you're not quite aligned to what it is that you're meant to do. And that also has to do with understanding your power. So that all relates together. So if you are not completely doing, going after a job that is aligned to you, you're going to feel this anxiety, and it happens to a lot of us, and it's a great indicator for us to let us know that maybe that's not the job for us. So what Archangel Raphael, so I have Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Chamuel stepping forward for you. So Archangel Raphael is stepping forward because he wants you to truly see how amazing you are. So, in order to really be able to see that, journaling is going to be very helpful for you. Also, I do see that what he's showing me is meditating for you because you're a very visual person. Is that correct?
Yes, I am very, yes.
So so meditating is really going to help. Now, when you do that meditation, I don't know if you were on here when I did the meditation at the beginning of the show, but you can do that meditation and do it over and over again to get that practice. I also have other shows. If you resonate more with the other shows, you can go to those, and I have meditations at the beginning. But what that's going to help you do is be able to help you to visualize, and things are just going to start coming in through different colors, through what it is that you see, even without really thinking about it. So for you, I want to encourage you to put your hands on your heart, and that really helps your mind to go into your heart space, and then create that atmosphere that makes it feel at peace and at calm. So, elements, nature, for you, like a body of water, ocean. I feel that that's something that would really help you to that moment where you kind of zone out when you look at it. You want those things placed in your heart space. So once you do that, and then I encourage you to place an open door there in your heart space, and then just let your mind go. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you're going to have to also then be able to trust what comes in, what you see. So through your mind, through your heart, you're going to kind of just know what it is that you see. But you have to trust your intuition, especially those initial moments on what you think you see, and trust that that is what you saw. Does that make sense?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, great. So when you do that, then you just kind of, keep at that stillness, at peace, and just kind of let things flow. And you're going to get those messages that are meant for you. So through what it is that you see, what it is that you feel and hear, you do have this knowing that they're showing me. So to trust in that. And that's also going to help you when it comes to your job too. So as you do that meditating, it's going to help you to practice. But as you do this job search, it's going to help you to understand not only just that you can do all of these different things, but to trust in which interviews to take, where to go, and how to really prepare yourself when it comes to your strengths, and to really be able to stand in your power. Okay? Now, what they're also showing me is that it's going to be important for you to not only look for jobs with your skill sets, but to also look for those jobs that excite you, that you may think you can't do, but knowing that just like a first job, where a first job you don't have any of the skills or the experiences, because it's your first job. So thinking of it that way when it comes to looking for this new job, because there's some great things out there for you that's meant for you to do, that's part of who it is that you are and your passions. But it doesn't necessarily have to be on the piece of paper where, you might not have that experience that they may be looking for. But not to be afraid to go after it, even though you don't have those matching qualities, and to trust that what it is that you're really passionate about is going to be reflected when you meet with that person for the interview, when you apply for that job. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes, it does.
Was there anything else that you wanted to add to that?
I know. That was perfect. I think that was it.
Are you sure? You can ask anything else. I have a feeling you have something else.
What do I want to ask?
Did it have to do with love?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because the last time you gave me some advice, you told me that it was my family. Is there any advice that you want to give me about love this time? The family issue, I'm taking take care of that within the next few weeks. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's something imperative. That's something that me, my therapist, and my lawyer, we're putting that together. We're working on that now.
Okay.
And
all right.
That I have to put behind me. Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. So yes, and it's great that you're really starting to trust in your intuition. That's great. So keep doing that work. Archangel Samuel is stepping forward for you, and Archangel Samuel is all about unconditional love, self-love, and so it ties in with the whole job situation too. That what he wants you to see is that it's really important for you to truly love who it is that you are. You are so amazing for who it is that you are. You're unique in your way because it's needed here, right now. It's needed for us, for those around you, for work, for all the different areas of your life. So to be really comfortable in yourself, and the journaling work is going to help a lot to help you to really shed away all the limiting beliefs from your past, from when you were a child, and even including cultural and generational limiting beliefs. And those are really hard to really break down, but you can stop that. So, to really trust in it, what it is that's coming for you. I do feel that you are ready to really break through that. I can feel that. So keep doing that work on healing, and just kind of keep going with that. And don't be afraid to dig a little bit deeper on that. And then once you do, you're going to then really be able to okay, this feels right for me. This is who I am, and this is what I'm meant to do. And you'll also be able to get that clarity on the job or your passions, what it is that you desire, and the purpose. That is all going to come in as you continue to do this healing work. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful. Well, have a wonderful weekend. It's a longer weekend to this weekend, so I hope you have a great one.
Thank you. I'll take your advice. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Bye-bye. All right, let's go to our next caller. We have area code 727. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Kate. Thanks for taking my call. I'm calling from Florida.
Hi, Kate. How are you today? Hi, from Florida.
Thank you so much.
So how can I help you today?
Next week is a birth for me.
Ooh.
And, yeah, I'm wondering any guidance you might provide for the coming 90 days.
Okay, wonderful.
I was at 6 days, but then I amended it.
Oh, what was that?
I almost said 60 days, which is interesting, but then I amended it.
Oh. So you have wonderful things coming in. First, Archangel Raphael wants to just share with you that you are doing an amazing job with your healing and your growth and transformation. So, look back on the last few months for you and see how much you've grown. So that's going to be a litmus test for you. So go back a few months and compare to now. If you have a journal or anything that you compare to, just see how far you've come. So, they want you to really see that first and to pat yourself on the back because you've done a lot of growth. Does that make sense?
Sure does.
Wonderful. And now Archangel Chamuel is stepping forward for you as well, because they want you to continue on this healing growth. There's things coming in right now. It seems right now that needs to be healed, that needs to be let go of and released, so that you can continue to receive this abundance that is coming in. So right now, like, what if they're showing me is like the abundance is like trickling in at this moment, but there's a huge floodgate that's waiting to really like flood in when it comes to the abundance. So there's some more healing work to do. Don't be afraid to dig it out. And it might hurt a little bit at first, but to know that you can do it. And once you release that, it's going to feel like this weight lifted off your shoulders, but also this like new wind that comes through. So you're going to get like this huge motivation that comes in, a lot of new energy that flows in. And that's going to be also part of that abundance that comes in too. And what you're going to then see is a shift around you when it comes to understanding people more in a deeper way. Does that make sense?
It sure does.
So keep doing that work. You're doing amazing, and they want you to know that you're, they see what's going on. They know what you've been doing. So keep going with that. Also, Archangel Chamuel is stepping in for you because it has to do with love. Did you have a specific question for me for that?
Not a specific question. I'll just go with whatever you're receiving.
Okay, because I thought they were kind of showing me that you might have had a specific question. But, Archangel Chamuel is stepping in, and what they're showing me is as you do this transformation, this work, and understanding more of who it is that you are and how to really love yourself fully, there's going to be a shift when it comes to relationships, not just when it comes to love, but also when it comes to friendships and those around you. So you're going to start, because you have this knowing as well, and you're able to also hear from the divine, from spirit. So you're going to be able to use those gifts to be able to understand people more. You're going to be able to empathize even more than you do right now. So do you feel a lot of energy from different people?
I have had to learn the difference between compassion and empathy, and it has been exceedingly helpful to understand that when one is empathic and one gets too tuned in to what is happening to others, it is impossible to be compassionate, because if you're too close to what they're experiencing, it's impossible to be ultimately as supportive and helpful as one might be when you are in a position to provide what is needed, not what I am inserting that I see in terms of what's needed. And that's what happens very often when we get too emotionally invested and we are compelling ourselves that we're empathic. So boundaries have been exceptionally important, And one of my lessons during this time, which is my life lesson, is that I can't do other people's life paths for them, even when it's painful.
And also, because you're in that the beginning stages of the whole empathy and compassion, what you're learning, sometimes it can feel like a burden. Some people say, oh, they don't like this because they feel too much into someone else. But as you practice, being able to, set those boundaries as well as to feel into other people's energies, you really do see it as a gift. I've been there when I first started this journey as well. I would feel into everyone, and it was really hard on me. But as I really got into this journey, and as I grew, as I transformed, I've been able to separate myself from their energy, but also help them in that way. And that's why I'm able to do what I'm doing right now for others. So I know right now it may seem very hard, but it's important for you to first focus on your work, your healing, and then what you're going to start seeing is you're going to be able to help those people that you're meant to help through the feelings, through the empathy, and still be able to see that and be that compassionate person that you are for these people. Okay? Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. That has been throughout my life. What has happened recently, though, excuse me, is that there have been several circumstances where I have been asked for help, I have given help, and then there has been jealousy and resentment. And I felt as though it was because, and this is my intuition, that the individual was judging themselves and thought and projected I was judging them, and there was some embarrassment around not having done the physical work. This was a physical thing. Anyway, it actually put a strain in the relationship.
Now, that also has to do with your own growth as well. So, that is something that, yes, they do have their work that they have to do, but then also there was more of that healing work that you needed to do as well.
Yes,
so that's why
true.
There's that clash. So,
yep.
Keep working on yourself because you are doing, so much growth. So keep growing and, keep doing that transformation as it comes, and listen to those aha moments that come in that you are trusting more into your intuition, which is wonderful. So, keep doing that work and to know that soon you're going to really be able to see even more shifts, especially as we go into October, November, December. You're really going to, be stepping into what it is that you're meant to do. Does that make sense?
It does. I do have a specific question.
Okay.
My daughter's significant other has significant student debt, significant in $250,000 in student debt. Whatever happens with the government, there will never be $250,000 forgiven. And it has occurred to me that being financially able, that paying off that debt would ease things for my daughter. And yet, I'm asking really for confirmation and validation. I've gotten very strongly that were I to do that it would actually put a strain on the relationship out of a perceived obligation. And were they to no longer be together, I would have resentment at having paid that amount of money for someone who is no longer in our circle. So anything you can offer toward that would be helpful.
I think you know the answer to that. I think you answered it, really, too.
I answered it, yeah. Yeah, I just needed to say it out loud. I needed to say it out loud.
So, keep trusting in your intuition. And, yes, a lot of times when it comes to those things, we do need to say them out loud just to see what it sounds like. And so, keep trusting that intuition of yours. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful gift that you have. It's a strong gift that you have too. So as you keep doing this healing work, you're going to start seeing more of your intuition really flow through, especially when hearing from spirit. You're really going to be able to hear even more clearly. So keep trusting in that, and keep working on yourself. And soon enough, there's all of this stuff waiting for you to shift and really help you to reach those goals that you want to reach, and to really be doing those things that you truly love to do. Okay?
Anything that you're hearing clairvoyantly or telepathically regarding it, my intuition and my experience tells me there is one final piece to let go of, and that really is what has been my need and motivation to clean up other people's messes and pay their debts. As I just described, I still am inclined to want to clean up others' messes and pay their debts.
It is part of your passion that is coming through. Now, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to pay off everyone's debts, but there is a part of that has to do with what it is that you are meant to do. So as you do really do more of this healing work, you're going to be able to see more of that. I can't tell you. They won't allow me to tell you what that is. But you're going to be able to figure that out.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, Catherine.
You are very welcome. I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend.
I hope you do too.
Thank you so much. We'll talk again soon.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
All right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 831. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Lisa, and I'm calling from Monterey, California.
Hi, Lisa. How are you today?
Oh, would love to hear a psychic checkup.
Okay.
Like to hear what you have to say.
Okay. So Archangel Raphael, as soon as I picked up your call, stepped forward, as well as Archangel Gabriel. So they are stepping forward because they really want you to share your truth. Share what it is that you've been through. Share what it is that you've learned, because it's going to help you find your tribe. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And as you find your tribe, you're going to be able to connect with people who you're meant for. Are you looking into doing a business or a different career?
Well, I'm sort of I'm not sorta. I'm being forced by the state of California, who's mandated all healthcare workers to take the vaccine shot. And the only one I could take at this point is the Johnson & Johnson, or I will lose my job and my livelihood.
They want you to know to really trust in yourself at this moment. Trust in your intuition, what you're being pulled towards. What is it that your heart is telling you? To listen to that and to know that there are wonderful opportunities for you that are waiting for you. But it is important for you to really bring out those things that have been, first to really share your truth, share what it is that you've been through, and don't be afraid to be quote unquote vulnerable. I don't really like these labels, but we have them. We're human, so not to be afraid to share what it is that you've been through this process, and what it is that you're learning, especially as you do some meditating, as you're doing some journaling, to really share those aha moments that you get for yourself and what it is that your heart is telling you, because your heart is never wrong. And it's part of that intuition as well. So trust in yourself with that. And they want you to know that the divine, the archangels, God, your spirit guides, they're all there supporting you through this process. They're guiding you, and they're there for you. And there's lots of other lessons they want you to see through what you're going through right now, but to also know that you have a greater purpose in doing all of this that your heart is telling you to do. Does that make sense?
Well, my lifelong dream was to be a nurse. And, we're pseudoscientists. So taking this shot does guides, archangels, show that I have a future.
They want you to really trust in your intuition and what it is that your heart is telling you. And right now it may seem a little bit foggy when it comes to that, but it's going to be important to journal it out. Journal out all those things that you've been bottling up inside. That's also part of your sharing your truth. So as you do that work, as you journal, as you talk to other people about this, you're going to get those aha moments, and you're going to be able to feel with clarity what it is that you need to do. So you're going to know. Intuition's never wrong, and you're going to know that, but you have to trust in yourself. Don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about
I'm not. I'm not worried about other people. That's not my personality. But
there's this hesitation right now. Yeah. So, there's this hesitation.
It's the beer shot.
So, So in that way, you are kind of listening to what other people are saying. So that's what I mean by that.
No, well, I have to look at the science.
But it's really about trusting in what it is that your heart's telling you to do and what you need to do for yourself. So what is that? And it's going to help to really clear out. So to really clear out all those things that are on your mind, everything that you've been bottling up inside, all the old energy needs to come out first. And then you'll start to really be able to see with clarity what it is that's coming in for you, what it is that the divine wants you to know, what your next steps should be for yourself. And the divine is showing me that the path that you've been on when it comes to nursing and helping other people, that's what you are meant to do. But it's just going to look a little different. Does that make sense?
With the shot in California.
So I want to encourage you to, do the journaling work. Just journal it all out, and you'll soon
I journal
be able
every
to
day,
get that.
So it's.
I understand.
I am so attuned to what it is. I am being forced, and my peers are being forced. So my whole question is, I have to take the Johnson & Johnson shot. I have to, in order to live in California, because not only all healthcare work, everybody's being told if they work, they're going to be taking this shot.
So one of the prompts that's coming in for you to journal on is, what is it that you want? That you personally want. Okay.
I want to live in California without having to take the shot, lose my license, and continue to work where I'm working, because I'm really doing a great thing for the community. But they all have to follow the mandates that our state government is putting out. That being said, I want to know, by taking this Johnson & Johnson shot, I'm going to see my grandchildren graduate high school.
So one of the things that is coming in is there is this limiting belief when it comes to mandates, when it comes to what you think you have to do, all of those things. So it's going to be important for you to really journal on that. I know that you journal already, but, to really go deeper into this, because there are we have to remember that we can do anything that we truly, we have to remember that we can do anything that we truly want to do. So if we're truly passionate about something, without having ego step in, without having those limiting beliefs in, to know that anything is possible. Okay? But what I'm hearing is there's a lot of things that are stepping in when it comes to our humanness that's keeping you from understanding that anything is possible. Okay?
Unless they slap a stop to this mandate, I don't know what else to do. And even as much as I journal, we're all stuck taking this shot. So I'm sorry, but you didn't answer my question. I believe in my archangels. I believe in my higher spirits. But at the moment, my anxiety is very high. And as much as I meditate, as much as I play in my ocean, as much as I journal, there is no answers. There's nothing stopping this train. And I wanted to know if their archangels are seeing what my future will be once I take this shot.
They see, and they want you to really be able to change your mindset. And that's what there's
change my mindset.
It's important for you. Yeah, it's really important for you to really dig even in deeper. And that's what I'm meaning when it comes to journaling. Yes, you're journaling, but they want you to go even deeper to really be able to let go of these limiting beliefs. And you can still do that.
Oh.
But
all right, I'm going to let you go to somebody else, because this is, I hear you, and I am very, very intuitional, and I'm very, very spiritual, and I'm being held to against my will, and someone's playing roulette with my health. And right now, all I wanted to know is, once I take this shot, because if I'm going to work anywhere in California, I am going to have the shot, or I'm going to, what I've spent 50 years trying to get in my nursing degrees is going to be taken away from me. So, given what I have now and all the grounding, all the spiritual, wanting to see and hear in my dreams, which most of the time they communicate with me, why have they not communicated with me? Because before they wouldn't stop talking, and now I can't get them to answer my questions.
It has to do with this healing that they're asking you to do, and to really, and I know it's hard for you to hear this right now, but this is what I'm trying to show you. I can't give you this answer because they're telling me that you can, as you have to do the work in order to really be able to see that. So, I'm just telling what it is that the archangels are sharing with me to share with you. So, I encourage you to keep, working at it.
Well, I've got 3 days. Hey, I need an answer. All right. I appreciate you trying to communicate on their behalf, but not hearing anything different than what I've been doing. So thought a little help would help, but unfortunately I'm not hearing it. And maybe it's a communication issue, but all I hear is journal, 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 work on your spirituality, let go of ego. And that I have, believe me, in my life, I have done. And so now that I have done that and I'm asking them for help, that answer doesn't help. So God be with you and bless you all, and good luck.
All right. Have a great weekend. All right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 646. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Tricia, and I'm calling from the Bronx, New York.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, California. I just discovered your show by flipping around on Blog Talk, and I must say, first of all, you have a wonderful laugh. I love it.
Thank
and
you.
It just, that's something that I focus on. I don't know. And thank you for doing the show, because it's not always easy, is it? But I appreciate very much your service. So I'm going to say that. I have been going through a heartbreaking situation. I tuned in late because, like I said, I just, came upon the show. And I heard the last two callers, and things that you said resonated with me. And the one was with boundaries. And I learned that lesson, or I knew the lesson. I didn't know how to integrate it into my life. So I learned to integrate it into my life only through the most severe pain. It was necessity. Okay, sink or swim. However, there is still residual. There's a lot of heartbreak there concerning my godson, and so I don't know if you do, if you're intuitive and you're just touching base with the angels, upon whom I rely for my life, But right now, with the heartbreak, I'm a human being, and I am from the Bronx, which is a kind of special section of New York, kind of cousin to Brooklyn. And I wasn't raised in, say, I was raised in a holy, sacred space, but I was also raised to fight. So I am currently, and have been for 3 years, fighting with myself. And I don't journal because if I do my form of contemplation of the steps that journaling would take me through, but I need to do it speaking. I talk to myself. Get down to the next layer. Okay, so I know what's going on. I want to lash out. I want to be a little girl, and get into my primal instincts and plus conditioning, and teach this person that they should never treat anybody in this way again. Our ego, so then the next step. So what's under that? What do you feel the need? So I do an inventory and self-examination, but I just can't do it with writing because my frustration level gets just too high. So with all of that, tell me what you, and my mind is open. My mind is open to what you have to say. Well, it has to be, so I'm going to give it to you.
Well, okay. Well, first off, thank you for the encouraging words at the beginning. It's always wonderful to hear something like that. And we do have those occasional calls where it's hard for some people to hear some of the messages that come through. For you, I have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel, who's been here while you're talking, and what they first want me to share is you are amazing. That's what they really want to ingrain in you. You're encouraging to a lot of other people everywhere you go, but they want you to know that you are amazing. Okay? First, know that and really have that in the back of your mind as you do the journaling your way. So there's no specific way that you should be journaling. Journaling through talking is wonderful. It's a great gift to have, to do that. So keep doing it that way. That works for you. Archangel Gabriel is an archangel of communication. And messages. Yep. And so, whenever you do that, and especially if you're, it could be by yourself, it could be to someone if you're just going through a rough time and you're just communicating with someone what it is that you've been going through, to know that is your gift of speaking, your gift of really being able to share who it is that you are. And so, to keep doing that, don't let what other people might say hinder that, okay? Or what other people may think is a better way. There's no better way. You're unique the way you are, and so the way you speak, the way you talk, if you can't write, that doesn't matter. None of that matters. Just being yourself is what's important. So Archangel Raphael is coming in for you because, first, that main message of that you are amazing and that you can do anything that you want to do. Nothing can doing what it is that you truly want to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing is that there have been people in your life who have kind of told you you can do something, you can be something, trying to change you. And it's kind of, and it's kind of followed you. So it's important for you to shed off those layers. It's going to be important for you to really release those thoughts, that mindset that you can't do something because you can do anything that you want to do.
Right.
And the divine, God, the archangels want to really impress that on you. Have you been seeing a lot of repeating numbers?
Not yes, but not in the tradition. I've been seeing meaningful numbers. Like I'll be on my laptop and I'll look down, just I don't know, instinctively at the time, and it'll be the time of my birth, or a date, a special date. Like it's not 1-1. Although I do see the 1-1-1-1, but I think everybody sees it. So they're significant numbers to me. Yes.
Yes. So those numbers, your birth date, anniversaries, other people's birthdays, if you see those often, that means that you're on track, okay? That the archangels and the angels want you to know and realize, show you that sign that you are on track. So keep doing that healing work. Keep really, starting. What I see is you're starting to really be comfortable in your own skin. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a long journey. Yes. Yeah. Like millions or billions of other people, I was loved as a child, but I still grew up with some just stuff that I have been working on getting rid of forever, just constantly. This internal work is like, really rather do construction work, but I love your laugh. And that's why I so appreciate anyone who provides the service that you do, with love and light, and thank you so much.
Oh, you are very welcome. And I want to also encourage you, at the beginning of the show, I did a meditation, and I think this is going to be a huge help for you because you're a person who gives all the time. So this is going to, it's a meditation we did where we were sending out love and light to others who are really in need right now. There's a lot of people in pain right now. And you've probably seen a lot of it recently too, you being in New York with Hurricane Ida just coming through. And so there's a meditation at the beginning of the show that I did that was specific to this week when it comes to sending out that love and light. So, I want to encourage you to check out that replay once it's up.
Right.
But, that is how you can help even more, like energetically. When we send out gratitude, when we send out love and light to other people, they get it. They actually do get it. So, and I do feel that you have been doing something like that. Do you do that with your journaling that you do vocally? I do it for specific people. It's not that I don't care about the world, but, whenever I see, anything, even if I don't, I do it with people I know and love, and I do it with strangers, yes, it is something that I do, and wonderful, that does work, to know that works, and you are affecting people in a great way when you do that, okay? So you have these wonderful gifts that you may not have realized they were gifts, but they're huge gifts that people need, okay? So keep doing that. And when you speak, you help others that way too. You're helping others by encouraging. You're helping others by sharing what it is that you've been going through. and your lessons behind it. So don't forget to share the lesson part of what you've been going through and what you've been through.
Right.
But keep doing that because that's part of who it is that you are.
Yes.
But yeah, don't be afraid to go even deeper when it comes to this healing work, because soon enough, the old energy is just going to be out of you and completely out. And you'll start to really feel this new energy just kind of flow in, and it's going to feel amazing. Okay? So, keep going, doing that work, to know that you're always supported and guided. And that's why they've been sending you those messages through the numbers, saying that you're right on track. 111 is a message of new beginnings. So it's right around the corner. What I see is October, November, there's going to be a shift for you. And it is happening for the globe, really. There's this collective shift that's happening, but there's this huge one that's coming for you. So, keep working at it, keep letting go of and releasing those things that don't belong to you, that are not aligned to you. So if it doesn't feel good, don't do it and let it go. And also this month is about really going with the flow. It's going to be a slower energy. So just kind of go with the flow. It's going to be, and I had mentioned this to another caller, it's a waiting game for a lot of us. Until that shift happens, which will be like towards the end of September, October. To keep doing the healing, but it's also important for you to really do those things that you love to do. I know that you do some things right now that I see. Are you very creative? Like, do you paint, draw?
I was told by an artist that I have the soul of an artist and poet, but I have allowed I have gone through the feelings and they resurface. Like there was this has been a 3-year process because deep, like just deep, and I came out of the tunnel and saw the light, and then COVID hit, and I was like, "Oh, excuse me, I want to go out," and I don't. So, am I creative? I am, yes, but you wouldn't buy anything of mine for $1. It's like.
Hey, yes, don't say that.
Well, no, I mean, the creativity is it's energy for me. It's survival, as is laughter and all of those things. But it's not, yeah. Anyway, that was a long-winded stammering.
Oh no, it's
I with myself,
And everyone, just like the way we speak, the way we talk, or the way we think and do things, even the way that you're creative is your own, okay? So it doesn't matter what other people think about how you are creative. Just do it. Whatever feels good to you. So, I mean, I've looked at recent paintings where, like, people just kind of pour down the paint onto canvas and just swirled it around. That comes from someone just being who it is that they are, what it is that they're feeling at the moment. So it doesn't have to look a certain way. So, do those things that really draw you to them. I do feel animals are part of this too. For you.
Forgot about it. You don't even want to get me started. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. From the day I was born, they are. No, these things that you're mentioning are spot on. They're completely true, and and they saved my life. But like I said, this has been a deep, deep, deep process. And there was 18 months from August 2018 till January 2020 where I wrestled with suicidal ideation and, I wrestled my own impulses and desires. You know what I mean? And Archangel Raphael, Gabriel, Ariel, Michael were, aside from some other divinities, were I called on them every hour. Like that's what when you said that they think that I'm wonderful. I'm like, I'm glad you're still. I would figure they'd stop taking my calls. It's like, listen, enough, But I have to laugh. It's laugh or jump, So I truly appreciate everything that you have to say, and it was no accident that I came upon your show.
Yes, there's no accidents. It's all for a reason. And so I want to thank you for calling in also, because I know that through what you've said has helped a lot of people. So keep being who it is that you are, and just keep sharing. Your energy is infectious. So, keep being who it is that you are. Keep working on yourself, because you've done a lot of growth in the 3 years. And so, there's so much coming your way. I'm so excited for you because there's a lot of great things that are coming in before the end of this year. And so just keep at it, and do it your way, whatever feels good for you, okay?
Yes. Well, let me say to you, I'm going to press the follow button, and I hope to be, and I'm going to listen to the archived, part of this show, and many, many blessings to you. Thank you.
The same to you. And I'm so excited for you. It's like I'm feeling like I'm dancing like inside for you. So keep at it. And I hope to hear from you again soon. Just call in whenever. And if you are needing a little bit more guidance on other things that come up later on, you can go to, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but you can find me on facebook.com/Spiritual Guidance Radio, and you can message me there. Okay?
Excellent. Thank you so much. You're wonderful.
You are very welcome. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too. I'm going to keep listening in to the remainder of the show.
Wonderful. All right. So I am out of time. So if you were just jumping in, I wish I could take your call, but I will be back next week. It happens to be 9/10/21. So it's September 10th, 2021, and 9/10 that day. 3 years ago is when I started my first show, my first episode with Psychic Talk. So be sure to join me next week for my 3-year anniversary. Next week, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen next week. We may have some guests or, something like that happen. That never know what's going to happen. But if you weren't able to get through today, I know I had a few other callers that came in later. I wish I could take you. But, be sure to join me next week as we continue talking about, what's coming in, if you're just needing some guidance. And if you're coming in later, be sure to listen to the beginning of the replay that will be on because I do have that meditation that is really going to help not only your family, yourself, but through this world, especially if you are have been feeling this energy of kind of this fogginess or like a lower energy or a heavier energy, especially today, because there's so many people that are in pain right now, that are going through so much, not only because of what's happening in society, but just internally with their mental health and, and physical health and all these different things. With having had the hurricane come through and with the pandemic, lots of things are happening and a lot of people are hurting. And so if you are feeling called to, there is that meditation at the beginning of this show that I did, which is a little bit longer than I normally do when it comes to the meditations that I do at the beginning of the show. But it's to really help send out that love and light for others, but also to help you to release a lot of those things that are not aligned to you, that no longer serve you. So that meditation is there. You can do it over and over again as much as needed. And also, like I had mentioned, you can go to facebook.com/Spiritual Guidance Radio, and you can reach out to me there. Just message me. I will get back to you, and I can help you with, if I wasn't able to take your call, I could help you with certain prompts for journaling. I could help you with any guidance that comes through from the archangels. So be sure to connect with me there, especially if you're right now going through something. And if you just need to talk to someone, I'm there as well. We could video chat if we need to, or just text, whatever is comfortable for you. But know that I am there, and I hope that everyone, we have a Labor Day weekend for those who are in the States. I hope that everyone has a wonderful Labor Day weekend. So we do have the new moon that's coming in on Monday, Tuesday. So be sure, if you haven't, set those intentions on what it is that you truly want, so that you can really understand what those next steps are that the divine wants to show you because of those intentions that you set. So you could call on Archangel Ariel. She's great when it comes to setting intentions. And then, with that meditation, to do that first. Do the meditation first of releasing and letting go, so that then you could be clear to really be able to understand how to set those intentions. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today. And like always, I'm sending you all lots of love and light. I know it's a hard time right now, but be sure to do the work in journaling, healing, growing, and as well as meditating. And what I like to do is go outdoors and do some meditating. Really breathe in that fresh air. And meditating doesn't have to be where you sit and just kind of listen and wait. But it can be, through doing different chores, or, doing some exercise or walking. And so, whatever way calls to you, to do some of that meditating, and then, calling on the archangels. So sending you all lots of love and light. I will be back next week for my 3-year anniversary on Psychic Talk. So be sure to join me then, especially if you have any questions that you would have. And so I cannot wait to talk to you all again next week. So be sure to call in if you do have any questions, or would just like some guidance. So, all right. So I will see you all next week, and we will talk again very, very soon. So bye-bye for now.